What's up, it's Marco, Sage of Soccer, and Christian Pulisic is back. He returned from injury this week, getting time in the Champions League, and today in the Premier League against Burnley. Man, it's great to see him back. I know us USMNT national team fans are ecstatic, and I know that Chelsea fans are terrified. And why are they terrified? Well, last time we played Pulisic, we played him 90 minutes in the first game, a good 60 minutes in the second game until he broke down. So yeah, I'd say their fear is pretty justified. So that begs the question, what should we do with Pulisic? He's just coming back from injury, but he's obviously our most talented player. So should we be playing him against Mexico, or should we not be? Well, I don't feel like we should play him every single minute again, like we did with Pulisic the first time he came back from injury, and like we did with Gio Reyna, and like we did with Darren Rodriguez when he was hurt, and like we did with Matthew Hoppe. He was playing through an injury as well. So yeah, I am very worried about Pulisic going into this game, because we have a tendency of playing our injured players until they break down, and yeah, I could very easily see that happening. And if he gets hurt again, it's going to be very difficult to break back into the Chelsea team, and it's going to be difficult for him to get back before the next window as well. So yeah, we really have to think about this, because Pulisic's coming in rusty, and not only that, but we are missing a lot of players. And while that would be an argument to bring Pulisic a lot of the times, let's look at this Mexico team we're facing. Now, we have beaten them a couple times, but this is a full-strength team. Lozano, Jimenez, Corona, Herrera, Alvarez, Guardado, they're all going to be there. And we're without Gio Reyna due to injury, without Serginho Dest due to injury, we're without John Brooks because I don't know why. But this isn't the best team we have going forward. So if Pulisic starts, he's going to be focused in on. And we know him. He's going to be fouled a lot. And every time he goes down, I am going to be cringing because we know what could happen. So without him, what would our attack look like anyway? Well, it would probably be Brendan Aronson, Ricardo Pepi, and Tim Weah. And all three of them are in pretty good form. Brendan Aronson's been killing it. Ricardo Pepi, he's been on fire in the MLS and in World Cup qualifying. And Tim Weah, now that he's finally out of his injury crisis, man, he's been looking really solid for us. He's been looking good for Lille as well. So, do we really need Pulisic for this game? Well, that kind of begs the question, do we need to win this game? And that's pretty a defeatist mindset. But going into this World Cup qualifying window, if we don't get points against Mexico, I don't feel like that's as much of a loss. These are kind of games that you watch because they're going to be like entertaining, but these aren't like the must-win games for us. If anything, the Jamaica game's the game we have to win, because Jamaica, they've been putting together a team, and if they get 3 points on us, that could be a 6-point game. If we lose this game and Jamaica win out, I think we're tied on points. So honestly, for this Mexico game, I think we sit Pulisic. He's the most talented player on the team. He's our best guy. I'd love to see him play. And if he starts and scores and wins us the game, I'll be ecstatic. But I don't feel like we should take that risk. With how well Brendan Aronson's been playing, with how Ricardo Pepi, Tim Weah, and honestly, with how well Christian Pulisic's been coming off the bench for Chelsea. I mean, it's not like we're not going to play him, but I don't feel like he should go the full 90. I feel like that would be a mistake, and I don't think we should do it, at least for this Mexico game. For the Jamaica one, if he's assessed and he's okay with it, that'd be okay, but for this game, I don't think so, and I'd be really worried if he does. So, that's what I think. What do I think happens? I'd say Berhalter plays him 90 minutes both games, and he probably gets hurt again. I'm sorry, that's a pessimistic angle, but I was pessimistic with the midfield that I thought Berhalter would bring, and I was right. And we play guys through injuries so much. Like, I am really worried about Pulisic going into this tournament, going into this window. I hope, honestly, I think I'd be better, I'd be less worried if we would have just sat him at home this window, because he's our best player, and he's not only our best player, but he's the face of the team. And if he keeps getting injured, and if he's unable to stay healthy, that hurts the sport. And as much as it sucks, I want to beat Mexico as much as anybody, but I don't think it's worth the risk. So yeah, I mean, if he plays, I'll definitely be excited. I love Pulisic. He's might be my favorite player on the team. Love watching him, but every time he goes down, I'm going to be holding my breath. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Christian Pulisic's return. Here's a big knock on wood for that because, geez, don't like talking about injuries. But yeah, that's all I'll talk about right now. See ya.